actually first heard about this from a good friend of mine who was also came and interviewed and to be considered as the director of the Kidney Research Institute. And he got back home that night and called me and said, "This would be a perfect job for you. You should really look at this." It was a real opportunity to make a difference and to develop the kind of research program that didn't exist at that time. It's a really comprehensive clinical translational research program solely focused on kidney disease. The expectation was that we would build the kind of infrastructure that would allow us to compete for funding from the National Institutes of Health. It was really an opportunity to build a novel, world-class kidney research program so that we would bring the best science to bear on the problems that were most pressing for people living with kidney disease. Seattle is a vigorous city. It's a little different than the East Coast. You'll often find incredibly accomplished people who are very modest about what they do. When we moved to Seattle, my wife said to me that when you're in Seattle, when people ask you, "What do you do?" they don't mean, "What do you do for work?" They mean, "Are you a canoer? Are you a sailor? Are you a this? Are you a bicyclist?" So it's a very sort of unassuming place, but really full of innovative people who are really tremendously talented at what they do. It's really been a tremendously effective collaboration between the Northwest Kidney Centers and the University of Washington. When we started the Kidney Research Institute in 2008, it was a very small program. I sometimes refer to it as having been a mom and pop shop at that point in time. A handful of studies, a handful of investigators, a handful of staff, and it's grown enormously. We've grown to a staff of about 70 different people. We now have over 60 funded studies at any given time. So it's grown into a much larger enterprise over this 8 years than when it started. We conducted a clinical trial of a wearable artificial kidney. We learned that there's this tremendous need and desire on the part of patients for something better as an option than is available today. Kidney on a Chip is a great project. It's very different than the wearable artificial kidney. It's really about taking human kidney cells and developing mimics of human kidney function on a tiny little microphysiological system or chip. Some people are sort of focused and directed from day one and know exactly what they want to do in medicine, and other people kind of figure it out as they go along, and I was probably the latter. I think I got interested in nephrology relatively late, and it had to do with taking care of patients with kidney disease and realizing how complex kidney disease is, and trying to think even then about ways that we could perhaps make treatment better. Being here for the past 8 years has been really a terrific experience. It's one of the things in my life where I feel like I've really been able to accomplish something meaningful. Every day is different, and that's something that I enjoy. Days are very full, and lots of really exciting projects every day, and lots of exciting developments every day.